All right, we are live. Welcome back to the stream. A little bit of late stream, a little bit of a late stream today. My apologies for being late. Lots of stuff going on today. It's a really, really busy day, really busy Monday. It'll be a really busy week. So yeah, how you doing? Hopefully you're doing well out there. And today we are going to take a look at, we're going to start making our Webflow components because I've been doing a lot of work recently on Webflow. I mean, I do a lot of work most of the time on Webflow, since this is primarily where my business is kind of focused on these days. And I'm just thinking about just how much components are going to help my workflow and the process. So, and I know there's other people that do components out there, but I like just designing things myself, because I know how they work and I know how I want them to work and all those fun things. And so that's what we're going to do. We're just going to build our own components and go from there. So we're going to get started. So we started building components a while ago and I don't really remember where we left off. So there's going to be a little bit of a, just a relearning or assimilation of what it is that we were doing here. So let me zoom in a little bit. Actually, I don't like how that screws up this whole display here. Webflow's been having issues today, actually for almost the past over a day now, which is really surprising, where the editor hasn't been working. So the designer, it's been just lagging and then crashing and then freezing. It's been really, really frustrating. But hopefully they have fixed it. I think they said they fixed it. Status, Webflow. They deployed an update, so we'll see. But yeah, since May 7. Over 24 hours now, the issue's been going on. Okay, so I want to play some music. And there we go. Okay. So where are we and where were we on this? Okay. So we have different pieces. So we have the headings. So we have the navigation, just one. We have blog/news section. And we have the contact form. So I wonder, I'm trying to think about what's going to be the best thing. So do we want to have individual components which we can cut and paste, which I think will be good to have. But I think we also want to have like a style guide or even just a blank project where we can kind of copy that project whenever we have something new that we want to start. And then all the styles will be, ported over, right? So I think that kind of makes sense, because it would be a good starting point for a project. So let's see things that I did. What's going to be the best way to start this? I want to get back to this. Let's create a new page. So what did we have? I think what would be really good as well as, we want to design, like for a blog section, for example, or a news section, there's lots of different ways that you can design them, right? But do I want to design them to fit a specific, width of the container? Like, is it a 3-column, a 4-column, a 2-column, or even a 1-column? Or do I want to design them each just as a standalone piece, and then those pieces can fit in whatever configuration that the user wants? So like this right now, it's put into this grid that has 4 rows in it, or columns, I should say. But what if we just want it into one? And then there's just this, block container right here, which can just get ported out. I kind of like that idea. So then you can just take, like within this block container, I could just be block container 1, block container 2, and just design things differently. Yeah, that might be nice. Okay. Oh, I don't have that yet. That's okay. I wonder, do I need to do a little bit of planning first? Should I take some more time and just kind of think about what it is that I want this thing to accomplish? Maybe that might not be such a bad idea. Let's do that instead of just plugging away. Oh. Okay. Oh, right, that doesn't work. Okay. Pixel pieces. Component library. So this document outlines the purpose behind creating and using the components. Okay, maybe I'll just start off with bullet points while I'm just kind of fleshing out this whole idea behind this document. Okay, so I need to be able to cut and paste unstyled, or maybe I could just say elements that will be used in a new web project. These elements can include things like maybe I could just do this. Navigation, blog, thumbnail layouts, and the entire blog post itself. Just a footer. You could have, the hero section, full screen, video backgrounds. Those are just some examples. good to have a solid base of styling applied to all elements, just like a reset. Well, yeah, that's fine. I used to do when right. I'll have utility classes that can be used for so example will be margins, font sizes, margins and padding, font sizes. Okay. Grid layouts. What are the utility classes? Things like hidden and like overflow. Those are, I don't think it'll save too much time having too much of that stuff predefined. What else do we want this thing to do? I wonder if colors would make sense to have. It's tough because there can be so many different websites with lots of different types of colors. And I guess maybe we can do something. Like you can just have primary, secondary. But I don't know if it makes sense to put that to a class or not. Maybe. One thing that I don't know about Webflow is if it does a good job of being able to just identify a class and then have that applied to other elements. especially if it's with a combo class. So what do I mean by that? So if you just have like a just like a text element, and you give that a class, red, and then it'll make the text red. But if you have, say, like a div class, and then that class has, or that element has a class of, whatever, just, container. And then you put in, you want everything inside that to be the same color of red. If you just put red as a combo class, if that's going to maintain, well, there's one way to find out if you, am I making sense here? Let's see. So what I was saying, right? You have some text and you give this here a class of red, and we want the text to be red. Pretty straightforward. So, but if we have a div class, and then we call this, not block, something, it could be anything, whatever. This is the blog section. And then we have a text, but then we give this a class of red. Is it going to turn the text red? It does. Okay, so that's good. Unless, of course, this text is overridden by something, which it certainly can be. Okay. Oh, that's really good. What if we did something else? What if we said this is extra small, and that means the font size goes down to 12. And then we want to do this again. Extra small. So that won't work. So if this is a combo class, or did I even just misspell it with triple L? Looks like I did triple L. So maybe that could be a mistake. Okay, so we're still working. Okay, so we might have something here. What we can do with another text, we'd say, this is really small, so X small, and then we just call it extra small, and so this, let's say we want this extra small and red. Let's see. So we say extra small, yep, and red. Okay, perfect. Okay, so that is going to work. That's really good. That's good to know. Sorry, I know that font is a little bit small there. Okay, so that looks promising. So we should be able to do that. Primary, secondary, tertiary. Could have all those different colors. So yeah, so those are really the big points. Reusing certain elements, especially things like the navigation. And then having a style sheet that just resets everything. That'll be really good. And that, for me, I think that's even the bigger problem that I have. Okay, let's, well, let me save this. Oh my goodness, where do I want to save this? Just in here for now. Okay. Pixel pieces, component library. I want to say rationale. or what's the word I'm looking for? It's not the documentation, but it's not the thesis. Oh my goodness. It's like a white paper. What's the word? I don't even know what the word is I'm looking for. Okay. So let's start with this style guide. So let's get rid of this. Let's clear some of the stuff we haven't used. Clean up all this red stuff. Okay. I'll remove that. Okay. So let's do heading. So this is the pixel pieces style guide. The style guide. Like it should be used at the start of every project. So you don't have to set up your Webflow like canvas every single time. Oh, this is horrible. That's horrible. We'll fix that later. Okay, and then here is the actual style guide itself. Heading H1. Well, come on, let me paste this. Heading H2. There we go. Oop. H4. H5. H6. So I can tell already that I already have started styling these things. Oh, so 2.5. Margins. Yeah, everything at 0. Heading H3. This is 2.5, I think. This maybe 2.25 will be a good. Oh, not pixels. Wait. That was 2. Oh, 1.75. It's too similar. Let's just go 1.5. And height. 1.25. H4. Now we're at 1.25. H5 again. So right now, like, I'm just picking numbers and, you know, kind of using increments that kind of make sense to me. But this could easily change. And the beauty about this is if I do change it, it's going to change everywhere, right? So this one's going to be smaller. Need to have a little bit of padding. No, these line heights not agreeing with me. Okay. Those are headings. What's next? Text, I guess. Text block. This is a text block element. And how much spacing should I put in between everything? Oh, text blocks don't have. Right. Okay. So that's not going to even work. Right. Text block is not. I think it just wraps things in a div, if I'm not mistaken. So. Right. So all paragraph styles. Okay. EM height. Should be a little bit more spacious. That's tough to say. Could be a matter of preference. Yeah. What else do we have? I think we have like a block quote. Let's see. Now, how should we style block quotes? I feel like we should just strip them out of pretty much everything for the style guide, and then we can have different block quote styles in the component section. But if you're just going to use the style guide and use things, keep them plain and simple. Yeah, I think this would be good to have. Okay, so definitely want definitely don't want a thick weight for a quote. Just trying to think how you would generically style a block quote. I don't know. So I never like this padding on the side, on this border. So we'll definitely get rid of that. But what should it look like? Or maybe it should just be, again, I mean, it's a style guide. We're talking about, it's almost like if you have ever worked with WordPress a lot, they used to have these things like Naked Press, just like completely pared down themes that you would use to start a project. So that's the idea here, something that's completely naked for you to start your own designs and your own theme with, or whatever you want. So I think, yeah, let's go back to here. So what can we do? Yeah, I mean, let's take out all this padding. Whoa. And we want nothing there, but it's still showing up. All right, we just need to set that to nothing with the X. This is a famous quote that was said by someone that is super famous. And recognizable. There we go. What other elements do we have? We have a list. So this is an unordered list. This is a first bullet point. This is a second bullet point. This is a third bullet point. Right, so, right, the indentation. These should all have a slight indentation. Maybe like 1.5. Okay. What about the list item? Okay, right. So the list item the list item, we'll get that to have its own size. So to 1, I think it's 1.25. But what we're going to do is give each list item a little bit of a margin below. Excellent. So that makes it, I was going to say, it makes it a little bit wider spacing than the paragraph, but that's only in between bullet points. So if this was on 2 lines, like you'll see here, the text itself is identical, but just there's more spacing in between the bullets, right? So the line spacing between this and this one is identical. Which is what we want. Okay. Here's an ordered list. We're going to do the same thing. Ooh, it's got a padding of 1.5. Why does it have a padding of 1.5? Well, that was weird. No, it says 40. I think that's what I had for this one. That's why. Interesting. Okay, so this is the first line item in a list, in a numbered list. The third, whoops. Second. Okay, so list item, that should be the same. Yep. Perfect. So our lists are all good, whether they're an ordered list or an unordered list. Oh, I'm so sorry. I am exhausted. Okay. Man, oh man. So we got our lists. What else do we have here? This should show a few other things that we have. Yeah, we'll have to do our rich text for sure. That one's always kind of a little bit of a pain, but oh, what did I do? I think I accidentally closed everything or minimized everything. Okay, there we go. No, that's not what I want. No, It's Control E. Looking at all the different things. All the different elements. Tabs, background video. Some of the things I'll never use, or I hardly use. Okay, let's keep going. Let's do a rich text. So everything should follow, for the most part, what we already have here. At least I would think it does. This is an H2 heading. H3. Okay. But do we want to get a little bit better at this one? Like if it's rich text, do we want to do things with like margins in between elements? There's other kinds of things we can do. Embeds, images. Yeah, there's lots. Like the padding behind or below each paragraph, it already provides some nice spacing, so I like that. Question could be, a question could be, do we want to have all these headings to have basically the same spacing below them? And what I mean by that is if we go to this heading and we want to do all H1's headings, but we want to go, oh yeah, inside of, right, I need to add a class. So basically, okay, let's do this first. We add a class of rich text to the heading. And then we go here and say all H2 headings, which we already have these styles, but we nest it inside of rich text. So inside here, if we want to give everything the same height on the bottom, we can give it an REM of 1. And it's going to do the same for all of these ones. then here, the same thing. Oh, no. We need to go in here, then do all H4 headings inside of rich text. 1 RAM. So we use relative here just to keep it consistent so that it'll all be the same. Yeah, I don't know if I want to do that though. It's unclear. There needs to be a balance between how much of this style guide leaves the canvas blank, but yet puts in some defaults. Some default, but some almost common sense defaults. So things that I wouldn't have to change, or I wouldn't have to change very much. So what I mean by that is an uncommon or something that wouldn't be common sense would be to have like a whole bunch of spacing and awkward space, like different size spacings between different elements, even here within the rich text. And that's just going to be something I have to override anyways, right? And then I have to go around in the code and kind of find out where those stylings are being applied and then just get rid of them. So that's what I mean when I say something that's common sense. So if it's something that I know is going to change based on the parameters of the project, because each project, I mean, yeah, spacing is generally consistent, but each project can be different where the paragraphs, I might want to have more spacing between paragraphs and less spacing in between headings. So keeping it blank would give me the opportunity to be able to assign the specific spacing for each of the elements. Yeah. So if that's the case, let's go back here and put this at 0 and put this one at 0. So not delete the whole thing. Just need to this is a list element inside of the rich text. And then this is a numbered inside. Oh my goodness. Rich text. What else do we have? We also have, I mean, there's also a quote as well too, I do believe. This is a block quote within the rich text section. Let's get the actual quotes Brockman in this one. It's got this thing. Okay, so why does it have that thing? Interesting. It doesn't show up here. Nested inside of rich text. Oh, weird that it's here. Why is that there? It shouldn't be. I try to. This thing saved? Yeah, it says it's saved. Let's try refreshing and see if it gets rid of it. No, it doesn't. If I go back here. No. Nothing. Oh, it's not following through on this block quote. Interesting. Okay, then. I'm just going to have to deal with it by doing it manually. So yeah, nothing has margins on the bottom here, again, except for the paragraph, where paragraphs have a margin of -1 or -1 of just 1 EM. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, we won't mess with the paragraphs too much. Okay, so let's delete. We can just delete all this. What else do we got inside the rich text element? We have images now. Do images need to be played around with so much? I don't know. Okay, I got a bunch of Unsplash stuff, so let's take a look at. I don't even know what all this stuff is going to be. Let's see if this is a decent image. Because it's from Unsplash. Shouldn't be anything too crazy. Yeah, I don't think there's too much that we can do here. I mean, this is a caption. So we have figure, caption. Maybe there's a caption. Is there a caption? So that's in. Oh, that's so annoying. All right. Let's just have a quick look. Let's try 0.75. Yeah, okay. I'm debating whether I should put like a relative 1 EM margin on pretty much everything. I don't know if that's a good idea or a bad idea. I think it might be a bad idea. Oop. I did it again. This is more text. Let me just look what we got. Superscript, subscript, italics, link. Okay, everything's pretty standard there. Okay, that's good for our rich text, just for right now. I think my headings will do well for a little bit of but do I? Oh, jeez, I don't know now. No. Yes, no, yes, no. Need to think more about it. Keep thinking. Okay. And these are going to be utility. Okay. So, I mean, like if I just go bottom 0, just say, oh, whoops. Right, things like this. So then we go bottom 1. So if we go to the heading and give this a class of bottom 1, it does give us that. Okay, so I think that'll work well. Again. Bottom 2. And so on and so forth. And then we'll do the same thing for bottom, then top. And I don't think we need to do anything for the sides just yet. And then we'll do things with the fonts and everything like that as well too. So instead of text, I was gonna say type, but headings are in typography as well too. Maybe what I can do, let's just get one started. Typography. And yeah, typography. And also and colors. Good. Okay, it's 7 o'clock. I need to do a hard stop because I need to get some work done for a client before I go to bed. And I'm already exhausted. So it's probably going to take me at least another 3 hours to get done. I wish I could just keep this on and just do work, but I haven't reached out to my client to see if I can do any of this stuff live. So I think that's going to be a question I'm going to ask like my next client or somebody who's next to see if they wouldn't mind me working on their thing live, which would be really, really cool. See me doing work for an actual client and seeing what that's like. I think that would be pretty cool to see. So yeah, so with that, I'm going to say thank you for watching. Thank you for stopping in. And yeah, we'll start back up again with this tomorrow. We're going to just keep doing it and getting this style guide developed. And then it'd be kind of cool to take it to, well, I'll probably put it up so you can just download it as well too. I don't know how you can put it. Did you put it on, where do you put it? Yeah, I don't know where you got to put it, where it's cloned. Maybe you have to put it up on the Webflow forum or something like that. I don't know. I'll find out. Maybe you could just copy and paste it when you just view it as well too. I'm not sure. Anyways, with that being said, we'll get back to this tomorrow. I'll try to keep working on the stock guide and keep working on our components. Probably do that for the next little bit too, to get all that in a really good state for sharing. So which will be good. All right. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you tomorrow.